Hey everyone, this is Kevin Shriver from Your Pet Business Now. Hope you all are doing very well. Thank you as always for watching. I want to talk a little bit tonight about the length of your sales cycle and how that relates to the pricing and the pricing model that you have for your pet business. When I work with individuals that are pet sitters or dog walkers or even groomers, sometimes you will have a very small amount that you'll be charging clients or prospective clients for a particular job. For example, you might be charging somebody $150 for a weekend. That's a relatively low number. Or, walk my dog twice on Thanksgiving or something, and that might be $25 or $30 for the day, for each visit, as an example. So you might be charging somebody $60, $70. If you're a groomer, your price may be $25 for washing a dog. It may be $50 for grooming or some type of trimming. In that situation, because your amount that you're charging clients is low, it's a lower tier price, you will have a shorter sales cycle, or you can afford to have a shorter sales cycle. For those of you that I work with that have pet businesses where you have a larger amount, you will have to increase your sales cycle. And I see this in 3 or 4 particular areas that have a higher number. I say 3 or 4. The 4th one is a little bit of an anomaly. The anomaly is on the health services side of things. In particular, if you're a vet or a vet tech, you get the power of pain in the present in that sales cycle, in so much that you don't necessarily have to sell. You don't have to sell too much in terms of the sales cycle. And what I mean by that is, if someone comes in with their dog and the leg's broken, you need help right now. So you can charge a high amount for that, and the pain is very obvious. Obviously, it's just an anomaly. You have the pain there. For the individuals that are long-term dog walkers, higher-end groomers, as well as dog trainers, what I found is that you will be in a position to be charging people a significantly higher amount for your services, and therefore you have to put in more time, overcome probably more objections, because it's typically requiring more time and more energy and more resources, more dollars from a client. When that's the case, this is where you need to spend time and make sure you dial in on your sales cycle. I've talked about this in other videos, and when I work with people, we determine what the price is that they are charging, and charging for the value with which they're bringing to their clients. As I've told you before, when it comes to setting your price, don't set your price based on what you think you deserve for the price. You need to set it based on the value with which you are bringing to the marketplace and to any one client. So don't put yourself in the setting of the price. If you have a bad money aura, or a bad money consciousness, or low money consciousness, that's where you'll set a low price, and you'll say, I don't think I'm worth that much, I'm only going to charge this. Nope, get that out of your brain. You need to be charging for what you are delivering to the marketplace. So for my higher end people, longer term dog walkers, where you're walking a dog every day, you may be charging a low number per day. But if you do that every day for every working day, and there's 20 working days in a month, you could be charging somebody $300 to $400 per month on a regular basis. If you do that every month, $400 a month is $4,800 a year. That's a lot of money for some people. $400 a month is almost a car payment. That could be their second highest payment other than their rent or their groceries or whatever the situation is. That's a high number for a lot of individuals, so you need to be building in the value and making sure you're building in overcoming objections inside of the sales cycle. Again, with higher end groomers, you might be doing more confirmation work, so you'll have to charge appropriately for the amount of time, or again, the value with which you are bringing to the clients. Again, somebody that appreciates confirmation level grooming. If you don't know what confirmation level grooming is, you can look that up. But for those that do that higher end grooming and confirmation level grooming, you will understand what I'm saying. The people that appreciate that result will pay a lot more for that. So you need to show your expertise, but eliminate objections and build in the value. Same thing for trainers. If you're doing, either a 7-day boot camp, jump start, however you want to call it, for a dog, or if you're doing private lessons, you need to be pricing it appropriately, and you need to be working with individuals on developing a plan that's a win-win, because they're going to pay a lot of money. They have to invest a lot of time as well working with you, and you need to make sure that your expertise is basically implemented and clients stick with it. One little tip to think about: I don't want you to be giving discounts to your clients. If you are, for example, if you're working with them, and if you're working with your clients and you were wanting them to take action on your recommendations, or make a deposit, or block off time with you, I don't want you to be giving discounts. Again, don't discount your service, but what you might want to do as a small little test, again, this is for the higher end services where you're charging a larger dollar amount. If you want people to take action faster on your first meeting or demo or meet and greet, whatever you call it, you might offer them an incentive for making a deposit, or you might offer them an incentive for locking in their training or their service or the product that you are going to deliver to them, if they make a decision on the night that they are there, or if they do something within 5 days or 7 days. For example, my fiance and I just went to a cake tasting place, and they said, if you lock it in within the next 7 days, we're going to give you the filling for free. So it was about $100 value potentially, based on the size of cake that we're looking at. If we locked it in tonight or within the next 7 days, they'll give us that at no cost, for free, however you want to phrase that. It's not a discount, it's an incentive for making a deposit and taking advantage of the offer that's there. You might want to think about doing that. If you have individuals and that dollar number is getting high, obviously you have the opportunity to make sure that you can charge somebody appropriately to offset your cost. But you may offer something, pick a number. You may give them a discount. Again, you don't want to give them a discount, but you may give them an incentive to buy. You could do a dollar amount off. It looks like a discount, but you may do something like you get your equipment, whether it be the collar or the leash or whatever the equipment that you're going to recommend for somebody, you might waive that cost to the client. So for example, if you're training dog trainers, for example, if you're charging $1,500 to $2,000 or more for some type of training, if they sign up tonight, if you want to incentivize people to move forward, you might say, all of the equipment that I will use on your dog and give to you, or that you're going to need for this training, I'll waive that cost for you if you sign up tonight. Now, that doesn't mean you have to start the training tonight. You still have to manage and talk through your schedule, but you could incentivize them to take action. So for example, if you're, the cost of your equipment may only be $75 or $100, could be on the high end or low end depending on what type of equipment you are using to train the dog. If that's the situation, you're basically giving them a 10%, they could value that as 10% of the total cost. For example, if it's $1,000 and $100, that's 10%. If it's $2,000, you're still giving them an incentive to get started. It may be enough to push the client over the edge. Give them an option to move forward. If you're struggling to get people to make decisions right away, you may want to offer that. Long term, if you have challenges with your sales cycle, you will want to improve that, and there are some other things to do. However, offering an incentive is a valuable thing to use, and it's totally legit to do if you want to get people to think about taking action sooner on your offering. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns on this topic, as always, please leave a comment below. Thank you, as always, for watching, and have a great rest of the day.